What's up, danglers? And here we are once again with another Whatnot unboxing. I promise there has been a gap in between this one and the last. I just think this is going to be my usual outfit, as you will, or as the cool kids would say, drip, for my Whatnot unboxings, because I'm advertising for some Whatnot fellas whilst wearing these things. Anywho, let's jump right into this. We do have a lot. Again, I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. So let's jump right in. What do we got first? Also got to try to be better at hiding my address. So we got G. Louster 72056. It's going to be a new one for the channel. I'll make sure to put that in the description below. So, I did peek in all of these packages. Surprise, surprise. But to be honest with you, I still kind of forgot what's in which one. So, we're starting off with... what do we got here? Ooh, I see some bubble wrap. I see some bubble wrap. Bubble wrap. We got quite a bit in here. Not in bubble wrap. Bubble wrap. So, we'll start with the bad boy. That's not in bubble wrap. So this, now I have a few of these already. I think you've seen a handful already on the channel, but it's definitely new for 2025 and is quickly becoming one of my favorite finesse baits, and that is the Megabass Karashi. And this bad boy is actually in the GP Baby Kinyo. Now, if you know, you know. Baby Kinyo is a very popular color. This is the newest version of it. Let's get this out. Let's get ourselves a stand here. Boom. So this is the Megabass Karashi in the GP Baby Kinyo color. So we got that almost like pearly white on top, almost with like a yellowish tint. Some translucent going on there, that pink on the bottom. Beautiful, beautiful paint job. Now, if you're not familiar with the Karashi, they are a very versatile bait. You can actually use them many different ways. It does float, or I should say it's a slow flow or slow sink. Slow sink, I'll say. So if you let it sink for a little bit, it basically will act like a little tiny jerk bait with the twitch of your rod. Or if you work a little quicker, it'll actually work the surface kind of like a very quick walking style bait. And again, with the size, you're going to be able to catch a multitude of species of fish on this bad boy. So yeah, that is the Karashi by Megabass. All right, let's move it along. Move it along. Next up, what do we got? What do we got? Aha. So, along with my Vision 110 Better Tackle Systems box that I will hopefully be getting soon. I think I just spoiled that. That's okay. After that, I will be trying to fill a Griffin box. So now again, like I've said before, I'm kind of stuck on the bank. So I generally lean towards more shallow diving things. So of course I had to get some Griffin SRXs. So this guy is in the SG Smallmouth Bass. Now again, if you know, you know. They just, again, recently re-released the Smallmouth Bass color. I believe I had a Pop Max on here not too long ago. So it is slightly different than the OG. And I would say the big difference is it is a little translucent. So this is the SRX Griffin by Megabass in the GP Smallmouth color. Now, any of my smallmouth fishermen know that this is a very good representation to the patterns that a smallmouth bass has. Absolutely gorgeous, and probably going to be one of the few that are just difficult for me to tie on and throw, just because it's just such a good paint job. Beautiful. So that is the SRX Griffin in the smallmouth, or GP smallmouth colorway. Next up, let's move it along. We got another SRX. This one, though, is actually in the OG Baby Kinyo. Perfect. We can do a little bit of a comparison here. Now, funny story about this particular one. I had gotten an out-of-box one of this exact bait from none other than Hogwild 1986. Conveniently, I had it sitting out, and my girlfriend saw it and was like, I want that and I want to fish it. And of course, if you guys know, you know, in my head, I'm like, of course, you want the OG Baby Kinyo. Of all things to potentially get stuck in the tree. No offense, babe. Although I will say she is probably one of the best at getting things out of trees. It's a skill I've never seen quite like that before. So we're just going to open this bad boy, and we're going to do a little bit of a comparison here. So this is the OG Baby Kinyo. So you can see that's a little more of a solid color, whereas this guy is a little more translucent. So we got OG and New G. Beautiful. So that is the OG Baby Kinyo SRX. We're just going to lay that bad boy right there. Okay, and last but not least, from G. Louster, 72056. This is also another Griffin SRX, but it is in the older body style, so these guys are definitely considered the new generation of the Griffin. You guys will see actually a few of the older styles in this unboxing as well, but this guy is brandy new for me. I think I'm losing track. This is the SRX Quiet Griffin by Megabass in the Red Eye Glass Shrimp. This thing is just sick looking. So you got the bright red eyes. Let's get a stand. And it's in the shrimp color. So just like the name suggests, again, with it being an SRX, it's going to be a shallow runner, which is exactly what I need. But it's silent, meaning it doesn't have any rattle at all. Where, let's see, is this guy got it? Yes, so not silent, silent. So that is the Megabass Silent Griffin SRX. It's even got some design like the claws on the lip there. That's beautiful. Definitely one I cannot wait to fish. Perfect. So that is the Silent Griffin SRX. Thank you, G. Louster 72056. I'm getting it. Beautiful. Thank you, my friend. So next up, moving along here, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Nate's Treasures, also a new one, I think. Okay. Come on. So from Nate's Treasures, I believe we actually got some more Griffins, if I remember correctly. Yes, we do. So we're going to stick to the trend here. So this is another... Did I say Silent Griffin or Quiet Griffin? I don't know. So we got another Quiet Griffin. This time it is in the GPIU. Another great Fisher color. Hold that. Sticky hook. Boom. You know what? Try to conserve on my stands here. Sorry. Right there. So that is in the, what was that again? GPIU. Quiet Griffin. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, these are the older style of Griffins, so you can tell just by comparison here the difference in the body style. So these older ones are definitely a little harder to find, and when you can get a good deal on them, jump on it. That is the other Quiet Griffin. There we go. And last but not least, we got ourselves another Griffin. It is the Griffin SRX, but it is in the new generation model, and it is in the Dew Chartreuse. So I believe the Dew stands for double. Meaning, even the bill on this bad boy is also in the chartreuse color. What am I doing here? Look at that. We got. I think I actually had the just a plain chartreuse, is the word I'm looking for here, that didn't have the chartreuse lip. So very similar to the one I think you guys just saw in the last video. You got that beautiful chartreuse with the green eyes, or the green outline of the eyes. The difference is it's got the chartreuse lip as well. Beautiful. Oh, really? Alright, so we're going to leave that guy off as well. Set him there. Beautiful. Okay, thank you, Nate's Treasures. Next up, keep it moving. What do we got here? Ah, American Traditions. And would you believe me if I told you it's another SRX? Hey, better tackle systems. Hint, hint. Anyway, so this guy is in the, what is that? DD Gill. So this one's going to really, really replicate a baby bluegill perfectly. Which again, in I would say most of the places I fish, I would say their main forage is bluegill. You know, a lot of the smaller bodies of water I have don't really have the big schools of like shad or anything of that nature swimming around. So this is going to, I think, work perfectly. Probably one of the first ones I decided to tie on the next couple days, hopefully. Still got a bunch I gotta try. So that is in the DD Gill color. Purdy. Got the stripes there, just like your bluegill. Green, a little bit of gold tint-ish to it. Beautiful. All right. Add that to the Griffin collection there. And that was it for American Traditions. Thank you, American Traditions. And don't forget to use that code to get 10% off your first order from American Traditions. Next up, let's keep it moving. What do we got? What do we got? Ah, Raptors, Glides, and Tackle. So this is a single guy, but also keeping with the Griffin. I swear I got more things other than Griffins. But this, perfect. I totally forgot about this. I love being able to make these comparisons. So this is an SRX Griffin, but it's actually in the OG smallmouth color. So this is perfect. So this is your OG smallmouth color, right? So like I said, that's more of a solid color. Ooh. Turn that like that. See how it's solid? Right? And then we got our new gen. I hope you guys can see that. And that's a little more translucent. So not only are you seeing the differences between the OG color and the new one, you can also see the difference in the old gen and new gen Griffin as well. Perfect. Thank you, Raptor, Glides, and Tackle. I'm gonna add that right there. Beautiful. Okay, what do we got next? What do we got next? What do we got next? Come on, keep it moving, Scott. Keep it moving. What do we got? What do we got? Ah, so this is actually from Pine State Tackle. Pine State Tackle Co. PineStateTackle.com. They actually have a online store as well, so make sure you go check them out. But I had to pick up another Edo Shiner SSR. So if you guys watched that recon video that actually caught some of my bigger fish, the Edo Shiner SSR, that was in the Aurora pink shad or pink back shad or something along that nature. But this guy, look at this, absolutely gorgeous. This guy is in the Elegy Bone color there. So you got that really nice purple on top, almost like kind of like a skeleton design. You see almost like the bones there, and then that chartreuse on the belly. Beautiful. Definitely another one I want to try ASAP, especially since we are in jerkbait season, and the SSR is the super shallow running version. So again, being a bank angler, this really does help me out with that. Beautiful. Thank you, PineStateTackle.com. Lay that there. Nah, we'll give him a stand. Let's give him a stand. And that one. Wonderful. Okay. So that's that. Keep it moving. Harris Buck. Again, you got another Griffin, but it is slightly different. So this one is a baby griffin SRX. So again, I'll be able to give you guys a good representation here. Let's adjust our stand real quick. Good enough for me. So this is the SRX baby griffin. I could not begin to tell you the color, unfortunately, but it's definitely a matte finish. So that is a baby griffin. So that means it's smaller than your average griffin. It's definitely more of a finesse bait, which I did just recently kind of get into thanks to certain individuals. But as you guys can see, it is rather tiny, and in comparison to a normal SRX, so much smaller. Right, so that's going to be a finesse style bait, which I would really like to delve into, even though I am very much into bigger the bait, bigger the fish. It does intrigue me. So that is the baby griffin SRX. Thank you, Harris Buck. What do we got next? What do we got? Hey, we got none other than the real Bill Dance. Now, anybody wondering, he's not actually the real Bill Dance, but the lures he has may suggest otherwise, but that's just my opinion. Okay. So you guys have seen this before. I think I actually might have another one coming from him. This is the, now that I know the brand, I don't think I mentioned the brand in the past. This is the Imakatsu Waddle Bats. So again, another shallow running crankbait, but it's got a very unique action. It's got that, you know, little spoon or blade on the back, and as I stated in my last videos, the only description I've gotten on these is they go crazy. So that'll definitely be something you'll see on my channel ASAP. Let's put that bad boy there. Beautiful. Okay, thank you. Not the real Bill Dance. Okay, what do we got next? What do we got? What do we got? Angler's Advantage, another new one for the channel. This one was actually something I've been seeing a lot of good things about, and I have only seen a few pop up from time to time on Whatnot. So as I stated, I generally stick to shallower running crankbaits, but there are the few occasions I can get out on bodies of water or get out in a boat and I can work deeper water. So I do have a few, a good amount of deeper diving crankbaits, but this one in particular I wanted to add because of the action that I'd heard that it has and this particular colorway. So this is the Teckle Drunker, great name, and this is in the White Walker color. So as you can guess, you know, White Walker, I guess you could say, almost reference to Game of Thrones. If you know, you know. So we got a beautiful kind of cracked pattern, bright white, little chartreuse there. We got the red on the gills and those creepy green eyes. That's cool. That one I'm super stoked to throw. Beautiful. I would say, like, in comparison to other colors, like say if you're familiar with the White Butterfly pattern by Megabass, I would compare that to that. So that is the Drunker by Teckle. Okay, so that's it for, what was that? Angler's Advantage. Thank you. Next up, let's keep it moving. We got Bear Anglers. Now I've been pronouncing it Behar or Bexar. I apologize. It is actually Bear Anglers. The X is silent. Love it. Yo, check this out. Now I can't say I have really any, I mean personally, or ones that I use, any G Loomis rods, but the old man was very, very into G Loomis, and I do actually have some of his old G Loomis rods, so that's definitely going to go somewhere. I might be out of room on the sticker board here. So thank you, Bear. Oh, that's what this is. Now this is something new to the channel, not new to me. I've actually had one that was a collector, but I haven't fished one yet. And he threw one up that was out of box, and I think in more of a Fisher color than the one I had. This is the Megabass Eye Loud. So I've been really getting into wake baits, as I'm sure you guys know if you've been following. And this is one that I've really been wanting to try, is the Megabass Eye Loud. So it's definitely a little bit bigger profile than I would say the majority of my wake baits. So it's got that, you know, lip that's like 90 degrees. You got that propeller on the back. But what I like about it is the jointed body. So I'm super curious as to what the action is like on this particular wake bait. Beautiful. So that is the Megabass Eye Loud. Again, unfortunately, I can't tell you the color, but it is beautiful. That's for sure. All right. We're going to lay that guy there. Get him to stand. Perfect. Slacking on my stands. I thought I had more. Anyway, moving along. Thank you, Bear Anglers. Next up, we got... Don't know. Hold on. Ah! Dr. Jessel's. Another new one. Another new one for the channel. And this is, again, another SRX Griffin. But it is in the old school model. This is in the Hachiro Reaction. So definitely a new color for me in general when it comes to Griffins. Let's see here. Wow. Beautiful color. So this one actually will also be one I might want to use for smallmouth as well. So you got that bright pink that kind of tapers into a red to orange, and then you got that yellow chartreuse on the back. Silver stripes on the side there, and we got like an orange belly. So that is a beautiful SRX Griffin that I cannot wait to try. Beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Jessels. I got more Griffins than I thought I did. That's good. I gotta fill up that box. Hint, hint. Anyway, so that's that. Save that. Okay, move it, move it, move it. Ah, good old Hog Wild 1986. This was actually two giveaways, two follower giveaways. Again, I didn't unfortunately buy anything like I wanted to, but I got stupid lucky and won two follower giveaways in a row. So first thing Mr. Hog Wild has given me is a Booyah Toad Runner. So these guys I think have been super successful since they came out. So it is a topwater frog. So it's weedless, and it's got a little whopper plopper kind of tail on the back. So it's going to create a little more noise, a little more splash, a little more vibration, and they also give you another tail. So that's super cool. Oh, I don't even have anything on this stand. Give me that. Okay. And next, this one I'm excited about because I've been seeing a lot of these, especially on his channel. This is actually a, if I'm not mistaken, a European company called Eurotackle. And this is the Eurotackle Neige. So I believe they make one bigger and one smaller than this. I could be wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, this is kind of like the middle-sized model. So this is a jointed swim bait. It is in the baby bluegill color. So that is a gorgeous swim bait. We're actually going to leave this in the box for now. But I'll definitely be trying this out because I've been hearing a lot of good things about Neige, about the Neige. But yeah, I'm super stoked to try that, and I was very excited to see this in my package. Again, because it was two giveaways. Generally, when you win a giveaway, most of the time they don't tell you what it is. It's always a surprise, which I love. So this was a very pleasant surprise. Thank you, Hog Wild 1986. All right, we'll throw that bad boy there. Over here, maybe. Yay. Okay. Next up. Moving along, moving along. What do we got? What do we got? Ah! Slay 24. I have a funny feeling this isn't... Ah! Okay, this is a new one. So we are back to Griffin, but this one we haven't seen yet. So this, again, some certain individuals, you know who you are, got me going on the finesse end of things. I had to pick up some baby Grizzeros. So basically, it's a baby Griffin. Where'd he go? So it's one of these guys, right? But it's basically a tiny wake bait. So hence the name Zero, meaning it's not going to dive. So it's going to stay just above the surface. or just very below the surface and just breaking the surface, I guess you could say, just like your average wake bait. But look at this thing. That is, it's cute, not gonna lie, it's cute. This is in the cicada color. Look at that pattern. We've got a nice sticky hook and feathered treble. So I was basically told by the individual who got me going on the finesse things that if you can't catch a fish on a baby Griffin Zero, you should probably hang it up. So of course that, you know, sounded like a challenge to me. So this is the baby Griffin Zero in the, yes, cicada color, yes. This is cute. I love it. Thank you, Slay24, for my first Grizz Zero. Alright, now we'll put that guy back. So tiny. Okay. Trucking here. Keep it trucking. What do we got? Sorry. Well, whoever this is has been following B. Harris 5's method of packing. I love it. It saves me a lot of money. Okay, so this, see if I can get the sticker off. Oh, would you look at that? Gotta love this. So, first thing we're gonna put out, because he's gotta be first, is another little Jesus. Okay, so this, I want to say this is from, I don't know. I'll have the name flash up here once I figure that out, so I don't waste too much time. I do apologize. So this is, again, one I don't have a lot of. So I needed to add some more. So this is a 110 Junior. So it's going to be smaller than, even though I think this is actually slightly bigger than your normal 110, but you can kind of get an idea of the size difference there. Hence the name Junior. And this is in the Northern Secret color. Move this up real quick. Ooh. So again, smaller than your normal 110, but the paint job is phenomenal. We got like kind of a sparkly purple going on, also translucent, slight chartreuse belly, and like different lighting, almost like a green tint-ish, almost like a candy apple purple, or candy grape. I don't know what to call it. Either way, it's gorgeous, and I can't wait to use it. So thank you very much. All right, where can we stick you? Beautiful. Okay, rocking and rolling. So we got Johnson 56F. What do we got? What do we got? We'll start with the big guy first here. So this one I've also been eyeing up for a while now. I believe this is also kind of a wake bait style swim bait, I guess you can say. So this is the Megabass Gorham 147F. So it's got a rumble tail. Again, we're going to leave this guy in here. So it's got the twin spark LBO. So LBO is a weight transfer system, so it helps with casting distance. This is in the Fine Art SEIU. Absolutely gorgeous bait. Again, I was on the fence about it and got a deal and a half, and I couldn't turn it down. So hopefully we'll be seeing this shortly on my channel. So that's the Gorham 147F. Again, new for me, so I don't want to give out too much information. So this guy, I actually have a couple of these and have yet to fish, but it was one of those things I actually went out and looked up the action of on YouTube, and that was my deciding factor. And this is the ZZ Dax by Megabass. Now what's cool about this is I think this is also a very shallow running crankbait slash wake bait. This is in the GG El Dorado color. So it's definitely got some gold in there and some green. So we got this little tail on the back that's going to create, again, more vibration and some extra flash. Same thing with the fin up here. But what's nice is when you cast this, this will actually fold up and help with the aerodynamics of the bait. But look at that. Look at the bill. Like, that is just wonky. And if it's wonky, you know I want it. So it's on like a hinge. Again, a very shallow running bait from what I've seen. And like I've said 100 times now, being a bank angler, that's definitely what I'm leaning towards. But a beautiful color. You got that gold with some green. You got the sides that really look like scales. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. Drooling. Alright. So that is the ZZ Dax. We're just going to do this. Let's see. Will that work? Which is, I don't want to do that to my Megabass hand towel. Beautiful. What's next? What's next? What's next? Where did it go? I lost it already. There it is. Okay. And last but not least, we have another. Oh, here we go. So I actually did get a normal Vision 110, but it is in the white butterfly color. Now, if you know, you know. White butterfly is a pretty hard to come by color. Again, like I said, similar to the Drunker here, or I should say the Drunker is similar to the white butterfly, or the white Walker is similar to the white butterfly. So we're going to do a little comparison here. Get this bad boy out. Look at that beauty. Oh my goodness. Goodness. I can't even talk. Giving me mush mouth here. So again, just like, you know, very similar. That cracked back, bright white. It's almost actually purple going in between the cracks there. And then you got those dark zombie-like eyes, I guess you can say. Now, most people would probably put this on their shelf as a collector's item, but the price I got it for, I'm fishing it. So that is the white butterfly Vision 110. So just to give you a comparison here, that's your normal 110, or is that junior? So we got normal and junior. So beautiful. Let's put this guy back here. We're gonna set you next to the Drunker. Good enough. Okay, so thank you, Johnson 56F. What do we got next? We are finally getting close to the end here. Alright, so we got some James. So now these, so now we're up in the game here. Not only am I saving money on paper towels, I no longer have to buy newspaper. And if this doesn't sell you, you get coupons to Food City. I haven't got a Food City here. Thanks, James. So, we got two more Griffin SRXs, and I got these two for such a good deal that James actually wished me a happy birthday. Thank you. So, we're actually going to leave these guys in just to kind of save on time. So this is another SRX, and it is in the Megabass Bream. So we got kind of like that chartreuse there, a little bit of blue, and kind of greenish on top. Now I actually have a Megabass Blowly in that exact same color. And then we got a SG Skeleton IU. So it's in that IU color, but I'm assuming it's getting skeleton from the fact that it is also translucent. Beautiful. Thank you, Some James, for the birthday presents. All right. So last but not least, this is what I've been saving for last for a reason. So this is actually from Urban Finesse. He is actually basically my neighbor. Funny enough, we found out through my first order that we only live about 20 minutes from each other. So long story short, he hooked me up, right? So first thing we got, so now let's go through, I'm going to go through all the things that I didn't actually purchase. These were all just a thank you from Mr. Urban Finesse. This is a buff. I think, yep. No, it's upside down. By Mercury. Awesome. Thank you, Urban Finesse. think I actually got one from, it might have been from some James as well. I haven't worn them recently, so I think I'm going to start wearing them again because I got a collection now. Next up, we also have some really good stick baits, both in super good colors. And if you know, you know. We got some Gary Yamamoto's. We got some 5-inch Senkos in the smoke pearl blue. Awesome color. And this one, I might actually start throwing soon, maybe. We'll see. This is also a 5-inch Yamasenko. And I don't know the exact name of their color here, but they're pink. Oh, I know who I'm giving these to. I'm giving these to the girlfriend. She's going to love these. Get her going with a wacky rig. Perfect. What else we got? Oh, we also got another Toad Runner. Sick. And let's see. What else was... see that one. And then, whoa, we got a deep diving jerkbait by Lucky Craft. So this is in the MS American Shad. Suspending. Go 7 foot. So this is your deeper diving jerkbait by Lucky Craft. And don't actually have many of those, so that's perfect. And then, last but not least, or no, not last but not least. Okay. I thought I looked through most of this. I guess I didn't. So let's see. When it comes to the hookup here, we got something that as soon as it hit the shelves, it was gone. And that is the Mega Bass 5-inch Mag Draft. Love the color. Perfect color, in my opinion. This is the white back shad. So to give you guys a little bit of a comparison here, so you got your 5-inch. Convenient. And, ooh, you got your 6-inch. So although I have thrown the 6-inch in the river for smallmouth and have had quite a bit of success, I did want to downsize. So this is perfect. Thank you, Urban Finesse. This is going in the river. Beautiful. Let's see. I'm running out of room. That might be a sign, Scotty. That might be a sign. All right. Okay, last but not least for the hookup here, this is mock baits in the mock shad. So again, just like the Nage, we got ourselves a small jointed swim bait. It is in the golden shad color. Perfect. Maybe this is what I was thinking of, because it is slightly smaller than the Nage. But I do think Nage does make one this size. Perfect. All right, all right, all right. All right, so here are the things that I actually purchased. So we'll start with something that I'm sure you've all heard before. They've been blowing up since they came out, and this is the Bass Puzzle Grass Piece. So this is, from what I've heard, I will say this is in the GO3 White Shad. From what I've heard, these are basically like a spinnerbait and chatterbait combined. But that's about all I got from you. And again, this color is perfect. I actually have a few swim bait bodies that I think are going to pair perfectly with this. So I am going to leave this in there. It's stapled in nicely in there. It is in the 1/2 ounce weight. Definitely one you'll be seeing very soon on the channel, catching some fish. Perfect. I'm out of room. All right, so last but not least, we got some more chatterbaits, I guess you can say, and this is something new for me. I've never had, or this is actually, I think, the first time seeing them. So these are the Mega Bass Robin Blade. Again, I'm gonna leave these guys in the package. So what we got? 2 different colors here. What we got? What we got? We got Barracuda Hasu. Ooh, Barracuda. And then we got the Shark Driver, so Chartreuse. So the difference is, and again, don't know too much about these guys, is the shape of the blade. So it's definitely gonna have some different action compared to your normal chatterbait. So the shape of those blades, unfortunately, don't have anything to use as comparison. If you know anything about chatterbaits, you know that this is definitely not your typical design for chatterbaits. So I'm super stoked to try these bad boys out too. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, I made it 8 minutes shorter than the last really long one. But shorter nonetheless. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely stay tuned for more. clearly I have a problem, so there will be more. Alright guys, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop some comments, hit that like button. I think I forgot to do this in the last video. Oh well. And yes, please don't forget to go check all these awesome sellers out on Whatnot and get yourself a steal of a deal today and find some really hard to find baits. Alright guys, I'll catch you later.
Yes, indeed. They call me Mr. Greed worldwide. And I'm blackout.